I've been up all morning, and I don't want to do something silly by tripping or... It's gonna be like Disneyland, right?
It's better than Disneyland.
Hi. Hi, Natalie.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, Natalie, I hope you don't mind if I ask you some questions.
No.
Okay,
Go right ahead.
I was really interested, but what period of your life does Left of the Middle reflect, and what does that title mean?
What it means, basically, people often think it means the music being left of center, but it doesn't. It's about me feeling extremes quite often, not having any balance, that kind of seasickness feeling, you know? It's a little bit self-indulgent, but...
Because like the lyric says something like, you know, you're getting off the phone, and it's not a game that you want to play today.
Yeah.
So when you
What
talk
does that
about the
mean?
game, is that a game of life, or is that...
Well, it's kind of about a situation I was in with a person. The way that I was feeling was this, because I don't feel like that all the time. I'm not always feeling out of balance. But I guess sometimes when you don't have any clarity and you're in a situation with a person, and it was just kind of how I felt.
I know that you were born in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
How was that adjustment like coming, you know, having lived in London and now living in the United States?
Initially, I guess I was so excited about traveling. I wasn't scared at all, and I was cushioned by my work because I was working on television. I was invited to the UK to do promotion for the show. Mm-hmm. So when I got there, it was great. It was exciting. I was comfortable. I had the support of the show because I was still on television there. So financially, I was fine. My struggles in London came when I started running out of money, and I couldn't get any acting work, and I was confused about my career and my life and what I wanted to do.
So it just came to you in London that it just kind of, your intuition just said that you just wanted to get into music, or you always knew?
Yeah, I think after establishing myself as an actress, it became something that I thought I couldn't do because of the stigma attached to it. Not so much in America, but in Australia and the UK, it's like, oh God, not another one. Right. So I let that affect what I wanted to do with my life and told myself, you can't sing, you're an actress, that's all you're allowed to do. And I guess eventually the passion for it just won out, and I thought I don't really care what anyone says, or I have to do this for myself.
I think that's what I really admire about you, is that what I've read in your interviews is that, you know, you were in London trying to find yourself, and then you really did some soul searching, and you realized you really wanted to do music, and that was your passion. And being for 23 years old, me being 21, I'm sort of like looking for that direction myself. So I really admire your courage and your strength, as definitely as a female artist. You're really speaking to audiences, people like me. I'm just really thankful. So how do you think it's different, your fame from acting, from now to being a musician?
I guess the main thing is that I have so much more experience. I was in the public eye at 17, so I had dealt with a lot of things in what I call the first phase, which was the acting. I dealt with being in the public eye, the pressures of you know, being famous and people knowing who you are and thinking they know you when they don't, and all of that stuff. So any kind of resentment or bitterness I had about these things, I got it out of my system. And then I didn't work for 2 years, and nobody bugged me, and I had no money. So I was really lucky to have had it and then lost it, and been able to come back into the industry wanting to do it with no bitterness, you know. So I feel like I'm much more balanced than I was.
I wanted to comment on Torn, actually, because Torn was the first part of your album that really spoke to me. It really talks about a heartbreak and loss, but the way that you sing it is just so comforting and so compelling that I was very intrigued and almost addicted to music from that point on. How does it feel to have written, like, have done such a popular redo of Torn?
I think it was such an instant liking for me when I heard the song. And it's like, you know, I'm sure any one of us can think of a song that we love, that when we put it on, we feel so passionate about. And for me, that's how I felt about Torn, you know. It was written by Edna Swap and Phil Fornelli. And I don't know, it's like you can make a song your own. And to me, it meant so much to me, and I got so much out of it that I wanted to sing it, and I wanted to put all of myself into it. So I don't know, I really believed in the song, and just tried to kind of make it my own and sing it with meaning, you know. And I think that's hopefully what came across, you know, is that I meant what I was saying.
How do you find success? How do you define it?
Define it? To me, success is more of a personal thing, as opposed to you know, getting a top 10 song. It's about, have I put 100% into what I'm doing and had integrity and believed in it and kind of done the very best that I can. So I think of success more as in a personal feeling as opposed to whether you get recognition from the rest of the world.
And like lastly, what's your advice to other 20-something people trying to find their niche in life?
Probably just be really steadfast and focused on what you want and don't give up. You just have to kind of stay focused, and sometimes things take longer than you want them to, but hang in there.
Well, anyway, I just really wanted to thank you again. Your music's been really inspirational. It's captured my mood at this time where I'm about to graduate from college and sort of trying to find myself too. And your music explores feelings of loneliness, loss, and in the end, most of all, sort of self-assurance. And your music has been a guidance for me. I know that sounds really cheesy, but
no, that's really sweet.
I really admire your work, and I'm sure a lot of fans out there would love to personally tell you themselves. But as a fan, I'd really like to extend that to you, and coming from everyone else, I'm sure. So thank you. Thank you for definitely meeting me.
My pleasure.
Okay.
She's lovely.
Thank you.
She was lovely. I've never actually met a fan like that before. Usually it's like signing autographs on your way out of a concert or something, and so I'm really glad that I met somebody on that kind of a level and had a chat. So it was good. And I've just walked past my car.